welcome back to the John and Linetia Show.
We'd like to thank Dr. Fred Johnson for sitting in with us the last hour to explain the finer points of hysterectomies.
And now you know it's not the removal of hysteria from women.
No, much more gross.
Well, you wanted to learn more about the female anatomy, so...
Speaking of learning about the female anatomy, did you see earlier in the week, fine Chicago female posted had a column, a guest column in the Chicago Sun-Times.
Mm-hmm. You wouldn't happen to be talking about Nina Chantele, would you?
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
All right. What does she say?
She say, John, what's your phone number?
That wasn't in the Sun-Times.
I wish. It was in my Sun-Times.
Oh, see, your Sun-Times. Yeah. What did it say in the actual
she wrote,
paper?
they got these goofy guest columns in the Sun-Times. Most of them suck. They're ridiculous. But it was just kind of like, they ask these celebrities, people of note, to be personal or to talk about a cause or something like that. And she actually wrote a column essentially, being a Latina who is single with no children in her 30s. Basically wrote about the scrutiny or the pressure of likely mostly family members asking her, why aren't you married yet? Why don't you have kids yet? And all this stuff. And she just made a point to talk about how she, had been career driven, and got her first gig in radio in her 20s, moved to Miami, came back to Chicago, and all this stuff. But never also really had the itch to have children. And she's got a fast-paced life and all of this. Did mention about not meeting the right guy, it was I guess it was a column that would appeal to a lot of people.
Really?
Yeah. What do you think?
I kind of relate to her.
Yeah.
I'm not single anymore.
Right.
Of course. But I do relate to the career orientation part of it and the pressure to have children part of it. I am in my 30s as well. I don't have any children. That's a choice I made. Okay. I always wanted to work. Okay. I wanted to try to get something before I decided to have children. Whether that be a bank account, a savings account, a home.
One of these days you'll get a bank account.
One of these days.
One of these days.
And I feel the pressure all the time of trying to have the kid thing. A lot of people are having kids later on in life. I mean, come on, just.
A lot of people are, but also the other thing, there is a bit of, with her, the Latina, the Hispanic community, they tend to have children very young, okay, or right away, or they're getting the family, and so it's definitely in that case a little bit more of an anachronism. A little bit more of it's kind of sticking out. I mean, I'm in my very late 30s, early 40s.
One of those.
13s.
Okay.
I feel I'm single. I'm still single, never married, and
no children.
Far as I know.
Do you feel pressure though?
Well, not pressure as much as I know that there's the, I don't know, maybe not the questioning, the talking. I mean, within my family, heck, I've got a second cousin. So my cousin's daughter has had a kid, and I've got a younger cousin who's about 15 years younger than me.
Okay.
Who's got 2 kids.
Okay.
So it's like, yikes.
Right.
My mom, there's no pressure. She understands that I'm trying to find that right person.
Understandable.
She understands that I don't really have an in to, to finally meet Nina Chantele and then we can fall in love and get married.
Yeah, maybe we can hook you up.
But but no, seriously, it's it's one of those things. I mean, thankfully nobody's going around going, "Gee, is he gay?" Which is when a guy is single, my age, and no kids.
They say that about women too.
Okay, well, I only hear from about guys though.
Right.
But I don't know. I can understand that. She really needs to email me. That's all I have to say.
I'm sorry, but I don't think you should have any pressure to have children.
Well,
You should not be pressured to have
There are too many people that need to be pressured to not have
children. Right. Do not feel the pressure to do that. That's number one. Mm-hmm. Number two, we live in a different day and age with the economy and things like that, and a lot of people want to wait. There are a lot of people. I mean, I have a friend who got married at 35, had her first child at 38, and her second at 40, and her next one, she was almost 41 when she had it. You know what I mean? I mean, we live in that type of age now where people are waiting to start a family. And I don't know why this is such a, I don't know why your family pressures you. I don't understand.
Well, I can understand it.
I don't, because it really isn't their business if you have children or not.
Well, I don't know if it's the pressure. It's one of those things where they kind of, they look at it and they wonder, and a lot of it is, what was done in previous generations. And like I said, she's in an ethnic group, where family and a big family is kind of expected, is normal, etc. The other thing is you get to a certain point in your career, and people look at it and go, "Wow, you seem to have everything you want in your career. Mm-hmm. So what's the next thing? Are you going to, it's kind of, to me, it's almost a natural thing to ask. You find somebody who's reached the apex of their career. Oh, well, if they've got a family, then it's like, what is your next challenge? Mm. Hey, you know what? For some of us, it's a challenge to find the right person. Mm. Nina, call me. Mm. Or, have kids. Nina, call me. And as opposed to the career. Maybe the career we tend to do well at. And
or maybe she feels like she's not where she wants to be at.
Oh, it could be. It could very well be.
Don't feel like, I just don't think that anyone should even ask you, and I understand what you're saying. It's natural, I have, people in my family who are younger than me who have children already, right. And then I have people who are much older than me who've had 8 to 13 kids apiece. I understand that. Mm-hmm. But the thing here is that each person is different. Yeah. Just because people before me had a lot of children doesn't mean that when I came along, that meant that I'm supposed to have children too. It doesn't work like that. All these are choices that you make, and you have to be careful about your choices, right, because they affect your future.
But I understand why people ask. And, sometimes you got to do what she did, and you basically got to announce, hey, I'll get to it in due time. Mm-hmm. I reading between the lines in here, I can tell she's definitely trying to figure out a way how she can meet me.
Oh,
and so all she needed to do is send a message through the John and Linetia Show. I think it's John and Linetia Show at gmail.com.
Oh.
She could send me an email,
wow,
or look at atomicshopmusic.com.
Oh. Listen
to my hot tunes and get all excited about her future husband.
I didn't see that in here.
I saw it's very well written.
Okay.
If you count out every 13th letter in this entire thing,
okay,
It says this is waiting for John Kuchai.
I didn't get that.
I'm pretty sure.
In this, I got get off my back.
No.
I'm going to have children when I'm ready, and I'll get married whenever it's a good time, and there's nothing wrong with having a career.
Oh, I don't think there's anything wrong. I will support her 100% as my wife.
Thanks, John.
In her career.
Thanks, John. Thanks. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of women who feel this way. And, let's not leave out the guys, too. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of men out there who are single or married and do not have children yet,
right.
And don't pressure them to have children. They probably want to get to a certain place in their career or a certain place in their life. And then, and then there's always adoption. There's plenty of kids that need parents, And that's a whole nother John and Linetia show.
Yeah,
but,
that's probably a whole nother John and Linetia show.
I'm just saying, I don't think you should pressure anybody into doing that.
Right.
So, in your time, you do whatever you need to do.
That's right, Nina. Call me.
Thanks, John. Okay. We'll be right back after these words from Crackaway. Ladies, next time your man bends over and his behind gives you a vertical smile, just open a jar of fresh Crackaway and fill in that offending crack with the convenient Crackaway applicator. Crackaway, now available in fruit punch.
You're listening to the John and Linetia Show.